It's time that I address that video. You may have seen this video up here. I refer to it in this rant. It's making the rounds and it's resurfacing now as the KCRCC and its minions try to remove me from office and replace me with a loyal Banducci. The far right are absorbing this video and its lies to disprove that I'm a conservative Christian elected official. But I represent the public, not the party, which caused someone, I don't know who, to pay someone else, I don't know who, to make and distribute this video and discredit me. The video takes clips from my various rants and splices them together. It makes it appear that I'm saying things I've never said. Now, it's obvious to anyone with a brain that this stuff is taken out of context, but the far right lack brains. Yes, the same dupes who follow this card believe the video's BS. And to prove how obvious it is and how easy it is to do such a thing, I'm going to show you a clip of Pastor Paul Van Oy that I copied from the internet. Now, I like Paul. I've met with him. I know that many people have issues with his church, but that's not my point here. In fact, the clip that I butchered, which is linked to below in its entirety, shows Pastor Paul saying how much he cares for the community. Yet it was easy for me to splice up the first few moments and create a fake video that makes it appear he's saying something he never said.
For those of you that are watching online, I just want you to know we do genuinely love sexual identity, and we care about sexual identity and trying to find fulfillment experimentally. And for the record, we hate the Bible and we hate people because of race. We genuinely hate people because of their political identifications. Amen?
So here is the full video of me using the same techniques.
I'm a Bible-believing Christian. I believe in Jesus and it guides my life. It's the Christian conservative, so Christian family values, Christian conservative, mindless cult member Christians, they tend to be the rudest, most disrespectful jerks I have ever seen. I seriously think if Jesus were here today, he would have a message for everyone who's a Christian, and he would just say, get the those racists and white supremacists. Gay? I felt really gay last night. To come over for a gay time, really gay. Real hardcore Christians to self and to go to hell.
I admit that my language is salty. For that, I apologize. I'm a passionate man. I get worked up, especially when extremists are trying to destroy my community. I've cleaned up my tongue in recent videos. To defend myself from these jerks, I'd like you to see the clips they abused in context. Hopefully you can witness for yourself that the evil in our community opposes me and made this video. The majority of the material is taken from one video, link here, and I encourage you to watch the entire thing, but let me play a few highlights in context so you can see what I'm saying and how it was abused. With the passing of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I expected a lot of people on the right, especially these Christians, to start cheering her death. And I saw a fair share of that on Facebook, and it was all rude. I believe it's possible in this country for us to disagree politically, but still respect someone as a human being. I would hope that would be the case. Often, it's not. And especially locally with these people who call themselves Republicans and Christians, they tend to be the rudest, most disrespectful jerks I have ever seen. Here I'm referring to the death of former Supreme Court Justice Ginsburg and the nasty comments many on the far right, church-going people made about her death. I expected to hear some of these crowd, a lot of whom are real hardcore Christians, and I'm a Bible-believing Christian, I believe in Jesus, and it guides my life, and that's how I make my political decisions. A guy actually said that at the meeting. Now you know that I was quoting someone else when I said that. Literally, that's what the guy said at the meeting. It's really funny that if you study Christ and you know what he did, you know that he was the one who would needle people who were religious, self-important, holier-than-thou types, the Pharisees of the Bible. I'm sure the Pharisees back in Judea would have loved this technology and used it to take Christ's teachings out of context and do a video like the local far right has done to me. Evil hasn't changed much in 2,000 years. Another major clip came from my video, link here, where the chairman of the Kootenai County Republican Central Committee wrote in his weekly comment about the wonders of nationalism. It's not a good thing. But that didn't stop someone from taking my words out of context.
Words do change. For example, the word gay used to mean silly and happy. You would invite people over to you, hey, we'll have a gay time. I felt really gay last night. That was the original meaning of the word gay, and I don't need to remind Brent this, but gay means something else today.
And this is from the same video if you doubt that I'm a conservative Republican.
Words do change. They have different meaning over time. And one place, as a Republican, and as someone who loves the Second Amendment, I remind people constantly that the word regulated in the Second Amendment has changed its definition over time.
Here's one that really offended people, and yes, it was a passionate F-bomb because I am not a fan of Facebook. That's the part of the video clip that was conveniently cut out to make me look really bad. Now, you might consider it offensive if you cherry pick and you find things that people would specifically object to. And this, I believe, is the nonsense that's been floating out there on Facebook, which, of course, attracts the swill of humanity. I seriously think if Jesus were here today, he would have a message for everyone who's a Christian, and he would just say, get the f*** off Facebook. Facebook is an evil thing. It does more harm than good. And you can see how the far-right political types in Kootenai County are drawn to it. They use it to spew their hate and to share my out-of-context video mashup. But I thought I would end with this. It's a part of the video I did on the hateful reaction of local conservatives and, yes, sadly, church-going people to the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Like her or not, she's a child of God. Remember what I said here as I continue to be attacked by these people, as they lie about me, misrepresent me, question my faith, and abuse a wonderful religion to meet their political goals. This is the Bible I refer to when I want to look stuff up. It's the Greek English New Testament. This is the one I use because it's written in Greek, which is like the original language they wrote the Bible. Most of the New Testament was written in Greek. Eastern Empire was Greek. Paul wrote in Greek. All this stuff is, so this is originally in Greek. Let's look at the Greek here. It's called the lectionary, and I'm sure you can read this because I can. But the part I want you to pay attention to is right down here. And I won't even bother reading the Greek, but I will show you the English. But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Such a beautiful message that I think everyone can agree on, except for some.